What's up, everybody? You're watching Convey Performance. My name is Jarrett, and we're going to do something cool today. I got this differential out of the other Miata the other day. I'm wanting to sell the car soon, but the reason why I bought the car is so I can get the limited slip differential into my silver car so that I can do everything that I want with it, right? So that's the plan. By the way, this is the 2002 Mazda Miata NV, and that is a 1995 Miata NA. And that one has the differential that can go on this one too. I'm not too uncomfortable with this. It's just not my favorite thing to do, sketchy stuff like this. Power tools are definitely a big help. Easy. So I'm just gonna take this and... No? You don't want to go? Actually, no. I'll just do it right here because I got it on there. Oh yeah. That's how you do it. So anyways, I'm going to get in there, get all the rest of the bolts off. You saw where they're at. And then I will start doing some other things and show you all the process. I wouldn't be surprised if it was that. Now this thing's going to come down and probably hit me in the face, but I'm kind of just guarding it with my arm, making sure it doesn't fall in my face. Do the worm out of here. I love doing this on gravel. Let me get this done here. And then grab our 14. And then get our ratcheting wrench. So that's the 14 right there. That needs to be flipped around. That's out. No, that's 32. Come on now. I love Harbor Freight tools. Alright, let's use my good wrench. I think because this one has a little bit more torque on it, it should be fine. And it's also made out of better material, so it may just break loose right now. Hopefully it doesn't break. I can make it work otherwise, but I would prefer it doesn't break. Alright, axle nuts off. I got the good old boy right here. Boom. Oh. Be sure that goes back on. Boom. Apparently this axle has never been taken out before, so I'm glad I got new axles and everything as well, but this thing's being a Huor. Got it. There you go. If it's like, if you hit it and it moves and it comes back, like you hit it and it comes back on you, then it's like loose enough so that I can actually like do that. So basically what I just did is what I was doing. I got the axle nuts off. I then hit the axle on the outside of the splines. You don't want to gum it up on the outsides. You just want to like hit it really nice and flat. Some people use like wood or some other materials between it as a buffer, but I don't really need to. It's fine. So I hit it. It's good to go. Went all the way through. Now I need to undo the upper control arm, and hopefully I can get out this way. If not, then I'll have to drop the coilover again, just like the other side. Can't play music on YouTube videos. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Boing. WD-40. WD-40. I don't know what would be in there. Oh, right here. It works. Alright, anyways. I don't know who that is, but we're just gonna keep on rolling because we don't have much time. I'm gonna put some in there. And then try to slip it off. Alright, so the exhaust is off now. It's just hanging, which I don't prefer, but it'll be okay for now. And plus, anyways, I'm getting new headers and stuff like that. Actually, I already have them, so if anything's wrong with the header or any of that, it'll be fine. This power plant frame looks the same exact way as the other power plant frame, so that's good. All right. That's loose. That's loose. Fun stuff. Alright. What the heck? It's not even coming out. There you go. You gotta put some downwards pressure on it. Slide. It looks like factory lubricant is still on that thing. It's factory anti-seize from way back. Cool. So that's done. More animal fur. Okay. So those bolts are out of the PPF. I'm gonna go ahead and take my WD-40 and spray it down. Just because it was a pain last time. So if you can see where I'm pointing this, I'm putting it right toward, like, on the bottom from the ceiling of the top side of the PPF back here. There's a spacer back there that is always a pain. And then there's this right here. I don't want to put too much and dirty up this blanket, but it's gonna get kind of dirty regardless. While that's sitting, we're gonna go ahead and take off these 12mm bolts right here and here. And then I think this is like a 17 or something like that. 14 or 17, I don't know, it's one or the other. So I'm gonna drop those two, and then this one, and then the differential is actually almost ready to come out. Once I do that on both sides, it will be ready to drop, other than the drive shaft bolts. That's the only thing, the drive shaft bolts. But that'll be okay. I'll get those easily too. Alright, let's go ahead and next thing's next. Let's go ahead and do the drive shaft bolts actually, because I can do everything else easier. I do not have my keys, do I? I'm gonna physically put it in neutral. You see that? It's in neutral now. So I should be able to turn it. Let's take this. Put this long 14 on there. Still can't find my 14mm. Actually, there it is. I was just gonna say I can't find that one. Oops. We're going back under here and go to the drive shaft. All the way back there. Put your socket on that. Put your wrench on the back side. It does not want to come off, does it? Alright, I'm gonna get the wrench. Use some manpower. So I was trying to use the impact. Impact isn't as strong as me. So I got that loosened up. But let's go to the next one that's not loosened up, and I'll show you I'll show you how I do this. I mean, I don't have power tools. I'm kind of doing this cheap way. But look, man, it's not going to be done the wrong way. It's just going to be shortcutted. So I'm going to take my ratchet strap down here. Right? Wrap the ratchet strap around this. And pull it tight. Okay. Oh, shoot. Let's try that again. And put on there. Ratchet strap. Pull it tight. Hold it tight while you move. Right? See that? You see that? Move it around. Alright, now it's loose. I love the smell of diff fluid and WD-40 at the same time. That's the best smell in the world. Ugh, gear oil smells so disgusting. Raise your hand if you like gear oil. Alright, come on, Mr. Rope. Just get you right there, boy. Come on, boy. Am I the only one that like talks to myself whenever I'm working on cars, man? Or is it because I got a GoPro in my head? I don't know. I hope y'all find this entertaining, because I find myself entertaining whenever I'm acting stupid. Nope, no, no. Perfect. Alright, 1, 2. What? No, no, no. Okay guys, so my GoPro died and I'm just going to show y'all real quick what I'm doing here. Right here, I'm putting the screwdriver underneath where the PPF is. The PPF will flex a little bit. If you can see, it will flex. So I want to hit this screwdriver into where the PPF is and the diff is and that spacer is, because I can't just hit the spacer out. From what I was able to do, I don't think I was able to hit it out. But first you want to try to knock the spacer out. If you can't knock the spacer out, then yes, do this. And I'm just going to do this just to save time because I know it'll work. So I'm going to hit this with the hammer and see if it will slip out. Alright, as you can see, it's slowly opening up that space. Yep, it's working. I hit my elbow really hard, so my funny bone is buzzing right now. But basically, what it is, I spaced it out up here with the screwdriver, and I smacked this lower side. You can see where I hit it with the hammer, but it needs some force. Smacked it out, and then it's pretty much out now. It just had to drop out of that socket up top. And so if I lower this right now, it will fall over and leak all of this fluid. And I'm trying to keep it from leaking that much fluid, just so I don't have to spend so much money on fluid. But anyways, I'm going to have to pull this out, and it'll be pretty easy because the control arms have an open space so that you can drop it through. So I'm going to do this real quick off the camera. Sorry, you can't really see much while I'm talking. The control arms right here, they have space for the differential to fall through. And then I can pull this out, put the mounts and everything on to the other one, and the other one in here, and then this one, and that car. So I'm just kind of trying to get all this done really quick. So. And then I'll have to fill this up with diff fluid. But other than that, it's almost done. Alright guys, it started about like an hour and a half ago. Got this out. This one is going to go in that car. This one is going to go in that car. Alright guys, so that other diff's off, and this is the limited slip diff. I've got the other jack under it. I went under the PPF. I just used the handle to kind of like pry it up and then put that underneath while I was pried up. It's a lot of things that I'm doing right now that you need 2 people for, but I'll make it work, you know, it'll happen. So I'm about to put the diff inside the PPF, bolt it up, and then, well, I'll probably just push up the PPF and then bolt up the sides of the mounts just so I can get it up in the air, and then I will feed the screws through and kind of adjust it from there. But I just need to get it on there and lined up. That's the biggest thing. Alright boys, we're back on the GoPro. Sorry for that wait. And I also have like low battery in my GoPro. I just want to get it on real quick because I think I could finish it pretty in a good time. So I've already got the other diff over there, as you see in my phone video. And I got the LS, or this is the open diff right here. This open diff is just chilling. I should probably put it straight back down. I switched out the bottom end part of the PPF. It doesn't really matter, you keep it with the diff or not. This one's got 1 bolt, this one's got 2 bolts. Actually no, that one's got 2 bolts, this one's got 1 bolt. Alright, so now it's up in the air. You can see it. It's all just chilling there. So there's a few things I gotta do now. One thing is I do have to go ahead and get a thread or two onto the mounts right here and here. So I can go ahead and start with this one and get it kind of put up there. Now it's gonna sit with all 3 bolts lined up and everything. So there's those 2. Alright, it's on there. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about the diff falling on me anymore. Okay. Now, it's tight. Okay. So now, the biggest problem is the PPF not being lined up now. And that just takes like a screwdriver and some finagling. So, we're going to take this screwdriver, stick it in here, and kind of just line it up. And same with this one. Okay, and then we're going to take this spacer and put it inside. And it's not going to go inside yet, so. Let's see if it's lined up or not. It needs a little bit more lining up here. Boom, that's perfect. See that? It just popped right in. Okay, so the PPF at the top, this whole bracket is a PPF, but the top half will have to be adjusted and moved around. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get like 1 or 2 bolts started in here. This one with the shoulder right here. Well, let's get all this crap off of it. Still got some antifreeze on there, so I'm just gonna leave it. But I'm just getting all the nasty stuff that was on the ground off of it. Alright, now that's clear of any debris. I'm gonna put that up there. And get my other one clear of any debris and put it up there too. Okay, so now all I gotta do is just tighten them up. Excuse me. I'm gonna go pretty tight on it, to be honest. Let's go arm tight. After all, it is a diff. And a diff mount. And then I'll figure out the torques later. But they were both like really tight whenever I put them on, so I think this will do. All my suspensions on here like this, and engine mounts and stuff like that. Alright, all the grounds and everything that pulled down are good. These bolts are good. Everything's swapped onto there. All I need to do now is put on the bushing bolts and nuts, and then we'll be done with that. And then we'll move on to putting the axles in and finishing it up. So I'm gonna take this, throw it in here. Alright, I could paint this, but I don't care right now. I can do it another time. I'm in a rush. I'll get this little hanger on there. Okay. And then all of the bolts are in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Just saying. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in there. So just kind of throw her in there. Go straight and angle it so that it's straight. It's gonna take some finagling to get it completely like in there. As you can see right there, if you can't see, it's not actually completely in the differential, so it needs to be slipped into the diff. It's got a little C-ring on the end. So it's just gonna keep it from going in, so you kind of have to force it in there. Oh, oh. There it is. All right, boom, that's on there. Tighten that down. You can probably find the torque specs online. It's like 40 on 45 on that one, I think. And trust me, if you go good and tight, it's good and tight. All right, you're gonna put the coilover or the strut, technically the strut bolt in there. Gonna get the ratchet. Gonna tighten this to, I believe, anywhere from 50 to 80. So we're gonna tighten this down to about 40 to 45 foot-pounds right here. You don't want that coming off. Okay, so both the upper control arm mount and the coilover or strut mount at the bottom, that is finished, so it's on there. Now I didn't touch my discs, so I don't have to brake clean them. I'm gonna check my pads while I'm here. The pads look decent in the back. I bet the fronts are probably worn already. Also, a good thing I put the anti-seize on there, or the lithium grease, because, well, the lithium grease keeps it from like sticking and stuff. All right, 150 it is. So now 150 foot-pounds, and Newton meters is something different, but foot-pounds it is 150. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna go onto my torque wrench, and I'm going to torque it down until it clicks. I'm gonna do my 3 click. Okay, after that, here's the important part. It's a lock nut, so it can't come off. If it comes off, then you're gonna be in trouble. I tried a different screwdriver. Let's try this out. We're gonna go ahead and undo my e-brake, because that's what's keeping me from spinning all the way down. That way I can twist it. It's still tight. Good and tight. All right. So now I'm coming from the top. This should be easier now. Try not to hit my car. There you go. Just give it a good few whacks until you see it kind of like indention into there. You want it so that it will not spin out of that axle. And since I'm getting new axles and all this stuff, you usually want to use a brand new one, but for this case, it's okay. It'll be fine. So anyways, 150 is where I'm putting this one at. On all the other ones, this one's 45. of a control arm, and this one down here is like 80. So just keep that in mind. Torque specs are important. I didn't do all the diff and stuff like that just because I knew that thing was tight by hand, and those are some big bolts, so I'm not worried about those. Just make sure you have those really tight. So the wheel is ready to go on this side. Now I got to go do the other side. So I'm gonna go and finish it, and then I'll show you all the finished product. That's on there. My lug nuts are over here. So we're at 70 here. 85, I'll go to 86. Oh. E-brake must be on. E-brake's on. Torque. Cross. 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 And circle. I like to do my circles twice, just on my car. That doesn't mean I'm torquing it down harder whenever it ticks. Just making sure it's even. I'm just particular. Okay, make sure the wheel looks straight. And then you can spin it if you want and make sure it's not cattywampus. But it looks good to me. So now it's all torqued up. I'm gonna get it off the jacks. Make sure to inspect everything. Everything looks like it's good, and I can change out the diff fluid whenever I get under there. So that's not a worry to me. So all I gotta do now is get the jack up high enough so I can get this thing off the jacks. This one's off. Now, let her down. And you want to fill your diff fluid up whenever it's even, or on a lift. Alright, boys and girls. Finally found my keys there in the bathroom, because whenever I got home, I took a poo. Alright. The diff, I don't even think I'll be able to drive off of it, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I doubt that I'll be able to move off. I mean, look, the diff doesn't have any fluid in it, but it's perfectly fine for what I'm doing. Okay, park, reverse, neutral, drive. Hey. That's what happens when you have a block of wood under there. Alright, so the car is good and all. My car. That was my car. My car. Oh, wow. It's loud. I love them, my little nephews. Wow. 23 millimeter. I don't think we have a 23 millimeter anywhere around here. I'm gonna use a cheater. Alright. I'm gonna try to pry this up so break it loose. Yeah, there you go. All you need is a little bit of cheater. Alright, so I cheatered that. What's up, Ma? What's up, bud? Not much. Hey, there's sodas in here if you want one. Really? Yep. Oh, shoot. You want one now? Yeah. Come check out what I'm doing. You want a Coke? Yeah. It just takes 1 second. I'm trying to get sodas to the boys. Oh, okay. Check out what you're doing yet. I'll come out here in just a minute. Here. Thank you. You want to open it up for me, if you don't mind? I'm sorry. Ah, that good Coke sound. Thank you. So you're gonna feed your differential like a baby goat, and fill it until it spills out the top. Sometimes you can just go through one bottle, just depending on the diff. Yep. I'm so immature, I swear. It's so funny. Okay, as soon as it starts dripping, that's a good sign. All right, so we're gonna clean off our bolt right here. This thing is ready to drive now. So now it's a LSD swapped Miata, official, and I drove off of it, so it counts, even if it breaks. Ah, shiitake mushrooms, that hurt. All right, so now all I gotta do is take your wrench and torque it down. I think this one was like 25 to 30 foot-pounds, but I'm just gonna snug her down. So now we're done. This is how you do a manual swap, or sorry, LSD swap on a Nissan. I'm crazy. I'm delusional. I can't even speak. This is a Mazda Miata. This is not a Nissan Altima. I wish it was me doing the manual LS swap on the Altima right now, but you know what? I am stuck with the Miata at the moment. But we got our batteries and stuff. We got it finished. I'm gonna give her a good whack at the throttle. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. She works, she drives. I'm actually probably gonna just take her down the road. Might as well take her down the road, right? I drove over here, so I'm just gonna rip her real quick. Exhaust leaks, no transmission leaks, no differential leaks, no nothing, no rattling. Everything is absolutely mint, fucking mint. And now it is pretty dope. Ladies checking out the car. I'm just cruising. Just cruising. I'm in a good mood, guys. I've been wanting to do this forever. That's the reason why I bought the other Miata. Not because I couldn't just go buy another diff for like 400 bucks or like 500 bucks. It's because I wanted the experience. I wanted to swap the diff. I wanted to say that I pulled it out of another car, get that experience, put it into this car. You know, because my transmission I put into this, I won't be able to just pull it out of another car. It was already pulled out of another car. So I wanted this to be the, hey, I put this in here from another car. Feels good, the alignment feels good, the whole car looks freaking fantastic. It's ready to go for the NAC meet. I just need to do a few more things like side skirts and stuff, but other than that, guys, we are fucking mint. And excuse my language, I don't want to come across as a hypocrite Christian, but man, I'm just excited, and I love all people. I don't care if you cuss, but if you do wrong by others, you're a wrong person. If you do right by others and help others, you're a good person. And I'll tell you what, boy, I did this by myself. It's not much, really, but it is a lot to take out a diff by yourself. Man, I've been at this. Yesterday, last night, I did the diff in the other car, and then I put that diff in this car today. And now I gotta take the diff from this car and put it into the other car so that I can sell that other car. So it's the name of the game. You gotta do it yourself, or nobody's gonna do it for you. And unless you want to pay a lot of money. So, you know, it drives, it runs, it freaking rips. It's got new fluid in it. It's got everything I wanted in this, and I'm just happy. The next thing is to move to the trans, and once the trans is done, then we move to the engine. So I'm excited, boys. We're ripping. Alright guys, well, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll do a little outro right here while I'm in the front seat. You can see how ugly I am. Oh wow. Woohoo! Anyways guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna edit this down, try to make it pretty short but not too long. Or not short but not too short. It's gonna be a lot of footage, so just expect like a long video. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm doing all this by myself. There's nobody else that has the dedication like me, that is in my friend group, that is willing to come help me do this. That's why I'm by myself. That's why I'm doing this all the time. I respect it. It's really hard to do this every single day. Or not every single day, but you know, like to come from work and then want to go do this, it's a lot on your plate. So